Gold should be heading higher. A potential war will be happening. Is this going to happen, guys? Now, this is something serious, guys. The thing is this, I have been calling for gold for buy since last year. And I believe that now a potential war is going to happen again. And food prices is soaring, and you should be very careful also what's going to happen in the near term. All right, guys, this is Cal once again. Do your disclaimer, do your homework, do your money management because things will get very scary. Now look at the prices recently at UT Taipeng store. Well, apparently it's the fish that caused it, but if you overall look at it itself, things are going up in prices. And I cannot believe that very soon, even our neighboring neighbors are also feeling the same way. So what is happening, guys? Because once the inflation had to kick in, you're going to expect it happening by the end of the year itself. And I've been saying this for the longest of time, and likely it will be happening. Now, the thing is this, the CEOs start to think that it's a good time now. They feel that the recession concern is no longer that scary compared to April, but I beg to differ. In fact, itself, I think that this is going to go higher. So I look at it right now, most of them think that things are getting better. And in fact, they are like, thinking that this US economy is going to do well, but I really don't think so. And in fact itself, if you look carefully, I have been very bullish on gold. Since a month ago, I've been saying that gold will hit the 3682 level, but that is on one concern that the dollar go down to 96.50. And you can see right now the dollar is still firming at about 99. And I believe that very soon the dollar will likely be going down to 96.50, especially if you're going to see the interest rate not going to be cut in the near term. Because when that happens itself, right, you'll force the dollar to even weaken the positioning itself. Now with that, you can see right now that the Bank of America believe that gold has peaked. As a matter of fact, they believe that gold right now is near a high level. It shouldn't be chased after since it hit 3,500. Now I gave the view back then that you hit 3,496 and it happened and it pulled back, right? Now I think it's going to go back again. I think and believe they're going to go back up again because you can see right now JP Morgan also stand by, but they're looking at 4,000 by the end of the second quarter of 2026, which I don't think so. In fact, I think that we'll hit this 3,700 mark around there by this year, and maybe early next year we'll see the 3,008 to 3,009. I don't think we'll see 4,000 because 4,000, in my opinion, is very too high for the market to accept. But that's my personal view. As a matter of fact, right now, right, someone has said that because of the fiscal fears, they escalate trade tension, may push gold to 4,000. I again beg to differ. I think that this is not going to happen, not in the near term now, if you ask me yourself. All right. So you can see right now that people have this mixed view. Some are saying that gold will go to 4,000, but not for me. As a matter of fact, some will say that because China central banks have extended the gold buying streak, right? And in the 7 month, we all know that China has been buying a lot of gold, and most likely going to buy more gold while the US dollar continues to slide. As a matter of fact, they could be selling a lot of US bond at the same time. The PBOC believe that the current time to exit from dollar makes sense, and now it's time to diversify. As a matter of fact, right now, the sovereign funds and players have added around 80 metric tons of gold worth about $8.5 billion. That's a lot of money, guys, according to Goldman Sachs Group. So from here, that's the reason why I want you to be careful, because recently I start to see that the boys have been buying a lot of US crude oil. Now, US crude oil have been sideways within $61 to $64. And when I spotted this as well, I believe that there's something cooking. And of course, remember, recently, there's some ongoing murmuring about this Donald Trump with the nuclear in Iran. And I think with that things happening right now, I'm looking at this counter to buy like Lockheed, RTX, and Northrop. As a matter of fact, right, I believe that RTX can go to about $150 in the near term. And of course, we can see Lockheed going back up to 491 level. And this Northrop, it should be able to go back to 532. Now, why is that so? Because I believe that something likely will happen. And one thing for US to really get their acts into reducing the deficit is to get into what we call a technical war. And of course, what we see this morning, we saw that Iran and this Israel having issue. So that means the buying recently on the US crude oil makes a lot of sense. And the Dow Jones right now has pulled back a little bit. It has break the upward trend in my position. I believe that the Dow may be trading down to 41,800 within today or next week itself. So traders, watch out for that. That could give you a pretty good trade outcoming. All right, guys, remember, it's time to buy some gold. you can go buy some crude oil. If you miss the crude oil run, too bad, you have to wait for next run. I believe that crude oil will even hit $80 to $85 in the near term. Right, guys, so watch out for this. The Dow Jones itself has to break below 42,360, the MA 200, before we can see a real sell-off that could bring the Dow all the way down to the 41,587 level. So watch out for the MA first until it breaks convincingly below 42,300. Then we can see 41,587. All right, guys, that'll be all for today. Thank you very much. It's one of the hardest video I've ever recorded because I'm doing this while on the road itself. This is Kel signing off. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.